Hey, welcome everybody to our Optimal Health and Wellness. Today we are going to be talking about boosting your immune system, or maybe more correctly said is supporting your immune system. We live in a time in a place right now, in a season, I guess I should be saying, where everybody is looking to be well because there's so many things that are going around that are going to just knock us out for 2 or 3 weeks. So we really need to have some wellness options, some safe and effective wellness options to look to. And essential oils is one of those wellness options. So let's just get started and start right at the beginning with what is an essential oil. So essential oils are common to many plants. These are aromatic compounds that are found in plants that are actually vital to the life of the plant. They are extracted through steam distillation from the roots, the stem, the bark, the leaves, the flowers of plants, and then these essential oils are actually very good at protecting plants from harmful threats, but also us as well, especially in this time where we look at seasonal threats as being something that is really an issue for us. So you want to make sure when you are getting your essential oils that they are certified, pure, therapeutic grade essential oils. These essential oils are distilled in a way to gain the therapeutic properties of the oil that are going to be best for us. So make sure when you're getting your oils that they are 100% pure, therapeutic grade essential oils with no fillers, nothing else in them, and that you are using a high grade quality such as doTERRA. Of course, I always suggest doTERRA essential oils because I know that the therapeutic value and the science that has been put into these oils is above grade. We absolutely love our essential oils. There are 3 safe and simple ways to use essential oils. The first one is simply through aromatic diffusion. Most of you have probably seen a diffuser. In my diffuser, I put about 6 to 8 essential oil drops total to make a really nice diffuser, either a blend or just a single oil in that. Another way to diffuse essential oils is simply to put a drop in your hands, to rub it around, and to breathe it in. This is called cupping, and some of you may have done that before. And you just kind of cup your hands around and just make yourself a natural diffuser. You can also spray on surfaces or mix essential oils up in a water bottle and spray that in a room as well. For topical application, these are where essential oils are applied directly to the skin. Some oils can be used what's called neat, and neat means that you can put them on straight onto the body. And other essential oils are going to need a carrier oil. One of the best places to put your essential oils, especially when we're talking about working with seasonal threats and helping with overall health and wellness, is on the bottom of the feet, because those essential oils are uptaken into the circulatory system almost immediately and get into the parts of the body that they need to get to. So there are some oils that are going to be hot on the skin. You can think of like a cinnamon or clove or oregano. Those are definitely going to need a dilution. And whenever you're using essential oils with kiddos, you want to make sure that you're diluting them before you use them as well. Kids don't have as many cells in their body, and therefore they don't need as big of a dosage as an adult does. A great carrier oil to use is fractionated coconut oil. And I'll be talking about that a little bit later as well. Then you can also use essential oils internally. Now remember that term that I just used, certified pure therapeutic grade essential oils. Do not use crappy essential oils, something you're going to get at Walmart or maybe something on Amazon that you don't know the purity of that. Do not use those oils internally because they actually can be toxic, okay? So make sure, like with doTERRA essential oils, about 80% of our oils can be used internally, either by putting them in a capsule, by putting that underneath your tongue, or we will talk about some supplements that doTERRA has that you can that are already made up for you to use internally as well. All right, I'm going to put a disclaimer on this before we go any further. I'm a wellness advocate, okay? I am not a doctor. I am not going to diagnose or prescribe anything. We choose a healthy lifestyle that is going to help us prevent these diseases, that, that we can actually, it's amazing what we can do with our own nutrition and our exercise, our rest, our stress management to be able to help ourselves to boost the immune system and to heal many of the things that we have in our bodies. So essential oils don't heal. The body is already a healing machine. And so when we give our body that right stuff, it's amazing what can happen in the body. Okay, so the best thing to think about when we're talking, is there someone that might need to mute themselves? I hear some sound.
Oh, I just came in, April.
Oh, hey, April.
Hi.
If you could just go ahead and mute yourself, we'll just keep going here. Down in the lower left-hand corner, if you just hit what looks like a microphone down there. Okay. All right, so this is called the Wellness Pyramid, and the Wellness Pyramid is always going to start with eating right. And this also means supplementation as well, but you can't see me right now, I'm not on, but I am drinking my green smoothie right now. So I make a green smoothie with trim shake every morning. I try to eat right, just like the rest of us. I don't always do the best job, but having the best whole food diet that you can have is going to be the foundation for our health and our wellness. Also, exercising, getting yourself out there and moving and getting oxygen going through your system is going to help boost your immune system as well. Rest and stress management is extremely important. We're going to be talking about sleep, but managing stress as well. So we're going to be talking about using essential oils from an emotional perspective as well. Reducing toxic load is something that a lot of people don't think about, but it's huge. There are so many toxins in our food sources, in our water, in the sprays that we use, the lotions we put on our body, the laundry soap that we use. There are so many toxins that we have that it's important to learn how to reduce that and give our immune system the best shot at working as well. Then we have informed self-care. So this is where you learn what's best for your body. And this is what's missing, I think. We just want to go to a doctor and have him prescribe something and say this is going to fix all of your problems. And we've realized that that's not really the model that is working very well. So informing ourselves as to what works best for us, because what works best for me might not be what works best for you. So when using essential oils, sometimes it does take some self-examination and some experimenting to learn what really works best for you. And then, of course, proactive medical care. We are not saying that we do not need doctors. We do. And in this season where it's very, very severe with some of the things that are going on with these seasonal threats, there are people who are going to need proactive medical care. But let's look at what we can do before we have to take that step. So when we are talking about nutrition and healthcare, one of the first things that you want to think about is, am I getting enough supplementation in my body simply by the foods that I eat? And I can already tell you that the answer to that question is no, because we simply do not have a food source that is viable enough to give us all of the vitamins and the minerals that we need. And by far, we never eat enough, even if you ate fish every single day of your life, to get the amount of omega-3s that you need in your body to fight against the omega-6s that we get from other parts of our diet. So let me talk about these three products here really quick. The first one is called Mycoplex VMZ, and MVP, and this stands for the vitamins and the minerals that we need to get. The vitamins and the minerals with this doTERRA product are in a bioavailable form, which means the body sees them as food. It's a food nutrient complex and uptakes them 100%. These are not synthesized vitamins from a laboratory. These are actually from food. So they are very easy on the stomach, and your gut knows what to do with these. It also has something in it called the tummy tamer. So if you do have a tendency to get that kind of nauseous, icky feeling with vitamins and minerals, this is one of those things that's really going to help you with that. I have had absolutely no problems at all taking this product, whether it's on an empty stomach or with food. The next one is called your V omegas. This is going to be your omega-3 fatty acid. And there's also 9 different essential oils that are in this product as well. This supports your cardiovascular and your brain health. It also supports that healthy immune function that we need to have when we're looking at being in this season and wanting to be able to fight back these things that are going around. Alpha CRS is the cellular vitality complex. This really helps to support a healthy inflammatory response. So if you have those achy, joints, muscles, and you just feel like, you just don't feel your best, this Alpha CRS is going to be one of those products that is really, really going to help support any pain issues in the body and also that vitality and wellness. I have people tell me all the time, I don't get that 3 o'clock slump anymore. I really feel like I'm, like I have enough energy to get me through the day. And then people sleep really, really well when they start using this product as well. All 3 of these products come in one pack. It's called the Lifelong Vitality Pack, and they synergize each other when you use them together. So when we are talking about supporting a healthy immune system, by far, this is going to be the product that people are going to need to increase that immune response in the body. This is doTERRA's #1 product by far. There is also another product here called On Guard. So when people think of boosting immunity with essential oils, On Guard is one of those things that we think of. Now, one thing about doing a webinar that I really don't like is that there's no scratch and sniff option. So you can't smell these essential oils, but hopefully you have some of these in your home right now so that you can understand the scents that I'm talking about. On Guard to me smells like Christmas. I just love the scent of On Guard. It's wild orange and clove bud, cinnamon bud, cinnamon bark, eucalyptus, and rosemary. It seems like there's somebody maybe that's not on mute again. Where are they? Where they are. Let me see if I can mute everybody. It doesn't give me that option. If whoever is on not muted, could you please mute your microphone? It's down in the bottom left of your left hand of your corner of your screen.
Kathy, it's Vanessa.
Vanessa, can you please mute?
It is Vanessa, and she can't mute it because she can't hear you. So I just messaged her.
Okay, thank you. Okay, I'm going to keep going then.
Yep.
Okay, so On Guard is very, very stimulating to the endocrine and to the immune system. But when you think of On Guard, think of it as kryptonite to those germs and those threats that are going to come into your body. It actually helps to clean surfaces as well. But when you use it in the body, it will help to get rid of those viruses and those germs when they come into the body, as well as boosting the immune system so that your own immune system can take care of that as well. So ways to use On Guard are On Guard beadlets, which you see off to the left of the screen there. Those are a 1/4 drop of oil that on a daily basis, I don't care when it is, you should be taking 2 or 3 of those a day just as a protective measure. And then the On Guard oil is up in the right-hand corner there. That is something that you could use on the bottom of your feet daily, like when you get up in the morning, when you go to sleep at night, you can put that on. And I also diffuse On Guard every night as a protection. You can also see there's an entire family of On Guard products. And there's On Guard laundry soap, there's On Guard cleaning concentrate, there's On Guard throat drops. The toothpaste is absolutely fantastic. There's a foaming hand sanitizer as well. And these are all going to be ways to be able to rid the home of toxins and cleanse our home in other ways that we usually don't even think about. So having that entire On Guard line of products really is going to help, again, boost your immune system, but more than that, it's going to help detoxify your environment so that you don't get as many of those things into your home. One of the products in the On Guard line that I think is the darling of doTERRA, and people don't talk about it nearly as much, is called On Guard Plus Protective Soft Gels. Now this is called On Guard Plus because it has On Guard oil in it, but it also has black pepper, melissa, and what's the other one that's in there? Oregano. Those three things added to On Guard are going to be very antiviral and antimicrobial, just in general, antimicrobial for your family. So On Guard Plus soft gels, this is a supplement, but it's not a supplement that you're going to take every day. On Guard Plus is something that you want to have in your cabinet when you feel like you've been exposed to something, or when you feel like you're coming down with something. You want to use On Guard Plus every 2 to 3 hours. Take one of these soft gels, okay? That is another key, is consistency with the On Guard and the other products that I'm going to talk to you about. Is if you're not feeling sick yet, but you feel like you may have been exposed to something, use these products 2 or 3 times a day for protection. If you actually feel like you have come down with something or are coming down with something, you want to be very, very proactive and use the essential oils at least every 2 hours, if not more. Because what's happening, a little biology lesson here, is that when the viruses and or bacteria might get into your body, what they do is they start to replicate. So they get into your cells and they use your own cellular mechanism, viruses do at least, to increase and to break open cells, and then they make babies really within your DNA, and then they go in and they affect other cells. And so what you want to do is stop that replication in its tracks. And that's what we do when we start to use these essential oils proactively as soon as we feel any kind of symptoms going on. Now, if you're like 3 days later and you go, oh, maybe I should start to use my essential oils, they will certainly help. However, it's not going to be nearly as effective if you hit it very, very quickly. So remember that when you go forward and think about using oils for immune support. Digestive support is huge. 80%, yes, I said 80% of your immunity lies within your gut. And if you do not have a digestive system that is working properly, it's inflamed, it's blocked up, you are going to have things happen to you, illnesses more often, maybe more allergy problems as well because of this. So we want to make sure that we keep that digestive system flowing properly. And these are just a few of the digestive support systems that you can use. Also, there are illnesses that we get that affect the gut. So using Digest Zen, it's amazing for like bloating or for cramping, for any of those digestive issues that you may think of that are uncomfortable. Simply use a drop of Digest Zen on your tummy and just rub it around. Or you can also see the Digest Zen, it's the roller ball there. It's already pre-diluted with fractionated coconut oil, so it's very, very easy to use for topical use and really safe for the kiddos as well. On the right-hand side of the screen there, you'll see the Digest Zen soft gels. Those are an internal one that you take daily. My mom takes that because she has a lot of problems with reflux. So this is one that my mom does take on a daily basis, and it has helped her immensely. GX Assist is a gastrointestinal cleanse, and PB Assist is your probiotics. I highly suggest, I cannot stress this enough, I highly suggest that everybody be taking a high quality probiotic every single day to support gut health. Now, if On Guard Plus is the darling of the On Guard line, I believe that Terrazyme is the unsung hero in the digestive support line. These are capsules that are packed full of digestive enzymes. Digestive enzymes that we are supposed to be getting from our food, and they are also supposed to be secreted from the digestive system itself. But of course, when we are having digestive problems, those things don't happen like they are supposed to, and so we don't digest our food well, and therefore inflammation can happen. We can get backed up, we can get diarrhea, those kind of things, that bloating, that cramping kind of feeling, especially if we're eating a certain kind of foods. Now, my certain kind of foods are probably different than your certain kind of foods, but I use Terrazyme now about 15 to 20 minutes before I eat, and those digestive issues are just like so minimal that I don't even realize that they're there anymore. So Terrazyme is an amazing product. So respiratory support. We are in, again, the seasonal threats kind of season where we're going to get congested. We're going to get maybe some chest issues as well. Breathe is a product that you definitely want to have on hand. So Breathe is peppermint and eucalyptus and lemon and cardamom and ravensara, all of these oils that are very, very good for respiratory health. And a few ways to use this is to put it in a diffuser. I have a lot of people who said, I am sleeping with my husband again because he doesn't snore anymore because we've started to use Breathe. So this can also save a marriage. I'm just saying, all right? So using Breathe in a diffuser, but also rub a little bit on your chest. You can see down in the corner there, the Breathe stick, the vapor stick. It's $8.50 to get one of these little sticks. And this will be invaluable if you have kids, or it's just a very, very easy method to apply Breathe either to the back or to the chest, or drop a little bit, put a little bit under the nose as well, and it really helps with those respiratory issues. And then, of course, having Breathe drops on hand for those times when that respiratory system just needs a lot of support, or when we need to get that gunk out because of being sick. So this is called the doTERRA. I prefer to call this the doTERRA Wellness Balm, because you can use this on the bottom of the feet or in a veggie cap for anything that's going on in the body that just does not make you feel well. So keep that in mind. So this includes, so you can see there's a roller ball method, and there's also a veggie cap method. So for my roller ball, actually, I use 10 drops of On Guard, Melaleuca, lemon, frankincense, and On Guard. Copaiba is how it's pronounced, is one of our newer oils, so it's just been added to this mix. But if you think of those 5 oils, if you don't have copaiba yet, it makes the acronym of FLUME. Frankincense is the F, L is lemon, O is oregano, O is On Guard, and M is the Melaleuca. So if you can just remember FLUME and 10 drops of each in a roller ball, and then fill that up with fractionated coconut oil and use that on the bottom of your feet at least every 2 hours if you feel something coming on. If you feel like you've been exposed, use this, like especially before you go to bed. If you feel like, I'm going to wake up and those viruses really will have replicated all night, use this flu balm on the bottom of your feet. And also remember to take those On Guard Plus capsules as well. For veggie caps, you can also make up this wellness balm in veggie caps, 2 drops of each one of those in a veggie cap. Snap that thing together and take it down just as you would, any other pill. You can take these oils internally because they are safe, remember. And you do want to make sure that you drink a lot of water to make sure that this gets washed down and gets into the place that it needs to get to and not stuck somewhere in your esophagus, because that oregano oil is going to be very hot in there. You want to make sure that you get that all the way down. So remember, this wellness balm is going to be invaluable. If we are talking about using this with kids, use, I would say a child between the ages of 5 and 10, you're going to use 5 drops. So use half the adult dosage in your roller ball. If you are talking about a child between the ages of 2 and 5, you're going to use 2 drops of each in an entire roller ball. So make sure that you're diluting that up. Sleep is important. I cannot stress that enough, how important that is, because our body repairs itself when we are sleeping. So the Serenity sleep capsules, which you see down in the lower right-hand corner there, those are literally the bomb, okay? So if anybody has any trouble with sleep, Serenity sleep capsules are lavender and Roman chamomile and passion flower, and it also includes something else called L-theanine, which is a natural amino acid which increases the potential for the body to make its own melatonin. And what this does is it sets up the brain to say, okay, it's time for rest now. So this is a fantastic product. If you are taking an external melatonin, I would suggest that you really do not do that. Because when we take something externally, our body turns off its own natural responses to do that because it's getting fed in another way and a melatonin that may not be the best for your body either. Making your own melatonin is always going to be the best response. Serenity Restful Blend. Oh my gosh, if you guys have not smelled this one yet, I believe, well, I can't pick a favorite oil. I just can't. I can just say Serenity is one of my favorites for sure. I use it every night in my diffuser. I use it, I mix it with Balance. In those times of anxiousness, Balance and Serenity together are great for calming down anxiousness. Also, wild orange or bergamot on the back of the neck helps to calm down your thoughts. Vetiver is another one that's really good for helping to calm down thoughts. So if you're one of those people that goes to bed and you just have 4,000 things going on in your mind, these are good options for you, okay? So remember that Serenity soft gels, that you're not going to wake up groggy and, you know, stumbling if you have to get up in the middle of the night. These are very gentle, very mild, just to help the body get the rest that it needs to get. Also, emotions play a huge part in our wellness. When we are stressed, when we're anxious, when we're depressed, our immune system is not working the best. So using the emotional aromatherapy, which all of the essential oils really do affect our mood as well, but these blends were put together specifically to help with our emotions. So you can only imagine what these oils do when something is called cheer, right? That's going to be uplifting and invigorating, motivating. Oh my gosh, you guys, put this in your diffuser or on your wrists, on your pulse points. You're going to vacuum and get the house clean like really quick. It really is an amazing oil. I use that one quite often. Passion, it just reinvigorates that passion for life. And again, it's uplifting and invigorating. Forgive, console, and peace. These are all ones that are really going to help when you're feeling those times of anxiousness as well. So don't forget to use your emotions oils as well, either when you're not feeling good or to help support the immune system. Tri-Ease is a blend of lemon, lavender, and peppermint. And lemon, lavender, and peppermint are called the allergy balm, or to boost the immune system in those times when those seasonal threats are going to be really, really high. So there is a blend that you can take in a gel cap that is called Tri-Ease that is very, very good for when those seasonal threats are really starting to hit. So remember that. Also, lemon, lavender, and peppermint in your diffuser, and you can make a roller ball and also use that on the bottom of the feet. Deep Blue, when we are not feeling good, a lot of times our muscles, our joints are going to be achy and sore. Sometimes some of us have conditions that cause our muscles and our joints to be achy and sore quite often, and some of us are just older than others, and our joints are achy a lot anyway, just because of that. Deep Blue is going to be your best friend. I guarantee you. This is also the man's gateway oil. So this Deep Blue rub is, your husband's going to love it. Your son is going to love this. That Deep Blue rub really is one of the things that got me back on my feet when my shoulders just stopped working. My low back was sore all the time. I have a knee. I actually need a knee replacement, and I really don't have pain and inflammation in that joint at all anymore. because I have been using these supplements and using the essential oils, and I just feel so much better than I ever did before. Deep blue polyphenol capsules, which you see on the far left of your screen, those are internal capsules that are going to have provide that natural anti-inflammatory response in the body. And they include turmeric and a lot of other herbs that are very, very good for supporting that. So you've heard all about these amazing oils that are very, very good to help to boost the immune system. So what do I do now? How do I get started with doTERRA essential oils? Well, the best thing to do, and as you've seen as I've gone through this presentation, is to have a variety of essential oils on hand, because you never know what's going to come up. So just to be prepared for anything, it's really nice, the best option by far, to get a kit of essential oils. Also, having fractionated coconut oil on hand is a really good option, because you're going to need it if you have kids. You're also going to need it if you're going to be using some of the more hot essential oils to make your blends. And when you use it's called a carrier oil, it actually, when you use oils topically, it helps to carry those oils through the dermis and helps to prevent any kind of a skin sensitivity for people who have sensitive skin. So fractionated coconut oil is the carrier oil of choice for using essential oils. Also, having a diffuser is a fantastic option when you get started. So those candles and those airwick diffusers and fragrance sprays, those are all very toxic, and we have talked about getting the toxins out of our home as much as possible. So a diffuser not only brings nice aromatic quality to your home, it's very therapeutic as well. And then, of course, having a good reference book and other reference sources like the doTERRA website and the people that you get started under that know so much about essential oils, use them as references as well. So pricing options to get started, you can pay full retail price, but we really don't let our friends do that because we have a wholesale option. The wholesale option is just like a Sam's Club or a Costco membership, where it's only $35 for this membership fee. And then you can save 20% on now and on future purchases. Every year there's a $25 renewal fee, but you get a free peppermint from doTERRA when you renew as their gift to you. So basically it's almost free for you to have that membership every year. And then you get to earn free products, which I'm going to talk about here in just a second. And then you can also earn commissions on referrals. So you can earn up to 20% off of anything that anybody else buys if they also want to get that membership underneath you. So it's a really nice option to be able to learn to get your oils for free and maybe to have some extra income coming into the home as well. So here are just a few of the membership options. Now, don't roll your eyes when you look at the Diamond Kit, because quite honestly, I never know where people want to start, how they want to get started. The doTERRA Diamond Kit has everything in the catalog, every single oil that you can get. It's $2,650. You do save almost $1,400 when you get this kit, and there's a lot of other perks associated with this as well. One of the biggest regrets that I hear from people when they get started is that I did not get started with a bigger kit. But quite honestly, wherever you can get started is the best place for you. So there are a lot of other options out there. Let's look at number 2. AromaTouch Diffused is only $150. So this has an oil called Balance in it, which we didn't talk about, but it is an emotions oil that smells like you're walking out in the forest. Lavender, which is very, very good for sleep. Melaleuca, which is one of those oils that we said was in the wellness balm. It's very, very good for helping to boost the immune system and anything that you can think of with skin abrasions or anything that's going on in the body that we just need help with from an immune perspective. doTERRA On Guard is in that. AromaTouch, which is a lot like a massage oil. The Deep Blue Oil is in here. Wild Orange and Peppermint. You also get fractionated coconut oil, and you get the petal diffuser with this. So it's a nice little kit to start with for $150. Now keep in mind that these are 5 ml bottles. So you're going to be getting about 70 drops of these oils in these 5 ml bottles. The other kits, well, most of the other kits that I'm going to be talking about are going to be 15 ml bottles, so they will have about 3 times as much oil. The next option is the Aromatherapy kit. So this is the Lumo diffuser, which goes for 2, 5, or 10 hours. And then all of the emotions oils that I talked about as well, that in the long run are going to help to boost immunity. This kit is $195. The Natural Solutions kit is where I got started because honestly, there's one reason I got the Natural Solutions kit. It had a really cool box that I could put my oils in, and it also had the Lifelong Vitality Pack, and I knew that I needed the Lifelong Vitality Pack. I knew that I needed supplementation in my life. So I went ahead and I got this larger kit, and I'm so, so glad that I did. Lavender, Serenity, Digest Zen, Lemon, Melaleuca, Peppermint, Frankincense, On Guard, Breathe, Balance, Wild Orange, Aroma Touch, Past Tense. It just has so many of the oils that I knew that eventually I'll learn how to use these. This kit is $550, but this month you can get 200 free bonus points back by getting this kit. Like I said, number 5 is just get your membership for $35, and then you can pick your oils a la carte, whatever you want. The next kit is the Family Essentials kit. So it's pretty much all the oils that we talked about today that you're going to need to help to boost the immune system. And this kit is $150. It does have 5 ml bottles in this again. So you're going to get about 70 drops in these bottles. The Home Essentials kit is a really nice middle of the road option because you get, again, all of those same oils that we talked about today that are going to help to boost the immune system. You do get a pedal diffuser with this one, and you're getting 15 ml bottles. So you're getting 3 times as much oil for less than half the price. Because if you see here, this one's $150 for 5 ml bottles, and down here, $275 for 15 ml bottles. So it's a really nice option. You will want to look into getting on the Loyalty Rewards program when you get started with doTERRA. It makes so much sense when you're getting your oils and your other products. I would much rather buy from my own store than get my toothpaste and my laundry soap and things like that from Walmart. So it makes a lot of sense. And then doTERRA gives me a percentage back of everything that I get in free points so that I can get free products later. It completely makes sense. Plus, I get my Lifelong Vitality for cheaper, and there's all kinds of other specials and deals that doTERRA has available for us when we're on this Loyalty Rewards program and ordering something every month. Plus, you can order for other people as well, and you earn the percentage back to get free stuff for yourself. So when you are getting started with doTERRA, you're definitely going to want to choose this option. This month, the doTERRA is always having specials. We never know what they are, and they could pop up all throughout the year. This month and next month, there's a special called New Year, New You. And if you get started as a doTERRA member with at least a 100 PV order, or any of those kits are going to take care of that for you. And then you join that Loyalty Rewards program, which we said is really the smartest way to buy your oils. And you have a 100 PV or roughly a $100 order next month. doTERRA is going to give you 100 points or 100 doTERRA dollars worth of stuff to buy stuff in the future. So if you do want to get started today or anytime here in the next couple of weeks, we can make sure that you get started on this program. So how serious are you about taking control of your health and being empowered with your wellness options? There are just so many things. We just scratched the surface today about things that you can do with essential oils. You can clean with them. I cook with them. Everything I do now, I wake up in the morning, I bet I use 20 oils in the first hour of my day. So there's just so many ways to make a lifestyle where my immune system is not going to take the first hit because I'm taking care of it, where I now feel energy in my body because I've been using essential oils and taking better care of myself with my supplements and my eating as well. So how serious are you? It's a small investment to make. In fact, I always tell people your first kit is probably about equivalent to 1 doctor visit. So if essential oils can keep you out of the doctor just 1 time, it's going to be worth that first initial investment. Okay, everybody. I am so glad to have gotten an opportunity to share this information with you today. We thank you so much for attending. If this has sparked your interest about how to use essential oils and how to boost immunity for you and for your family, I suggest that you contact me. You can use this information to contact me, or please contact somebody who you know who is using essential oils and can help you get started. All right, guys, take care. See you later. Bye.